This is what we came for. Rainbow trout on Nightcrawlers ice fishing. It's about 0 right now. The wind's blowing, but the fish are hitting, and we're gonna stick with it until we get our limit of nice holdover rainbow trout. You're watching Berkshire Outdoors. Whoa! Nice one. Yes. All right. Look at that. Nice dark colors. This fish has been in here probably a whole season, maybe a little longer. We've gotten 2 right off the bat. And what I'm doing today is something a little different. I learned this last year using Nightcrawlers, something that works all the time, but not really traditionally used by ice fishermen, at least in the Berkshire area. We're using some Nightcrawlers, and we're absolutely doing fantastic on the trout. I'm gonna get this one off the hook. We are gonna be keeping the fish today for a fish fry a little later. All right, so what I'm doing today, and this is a little different for me anyways, using some tiny treble hooks. Hold that up, little tiny treble hook. I'm gonna put a Nightcrawler on it. You have to keep the Nightcrawlers in your pocket to keep them from freezing. These fish are swallowing these worms. You only have to hook it a couple of times. 1, 2, there we go, back in the hole. Ooh. All right. Nice. It is an awful cold day. In the state of Massachusetts, you're allowed to catch 3 trout. And that's my 3rd trout. Very successful morning here. And I'm gonna pack it up. And my hands are awful cold, and we ran out of propane in our shanty. But what I wanted to show was Nightcrawlers can be an effective trout bait in the middle of winter. You're watching Berkshire Outdoors. Whew, well, I decided to come back to Greenwater Pond where I caught those 3 trout. And today what I decided to do was to test that technique of using the Nightcrawler, and it paid off again. Got a nice little rainbow trout, and today my goal is to not only just catch the trout, but to cook it out here. It's lunchtime, I'm hungry. Been here a couple hours, I'm not gonna lie to you. It took a few hours to get this fish, but we did get them. And something I like to do is I mix up some spices that I really enjoy with my trout, especially outdoors. Here I have a cast iron skillet. I have some butter from Highland Farm. It's Highland Farms in Lee. It's one of the last working dairy farms in our area. I have some of their butter, and I'm getting the butter nice and browned up here. And once I have that done, I'm going to put this rainbow trout right in the pan. I'm going to sprinkle my concoction here that I have on the trout, and we're going to get cooking. Well, it didn't take long for this trout to freeze solid today. It's going to take a minute to thaw out, but the good news is the trout's big enough he barely fits in the pan. I'll get him coated with butter on this side and a little thawed out. Flip him over. Once he does thaw out and starts cooking, his body will bend a little bit. I'll be able to get his tail in the pan. One of the things I enjoy about a pan-fried trout is the tail. I consider it a delicacy when it gets brown and crispy. There's nothing like it. It almost tastes like bacon. Maybe that has something to do with all the butter I'm using, but nonetheless, I really enjoy it. All right, that side seems to be thawed. There we go. Got some butter on there, so what I'm gonna do, now this mix I have here, it's got some salt, some pepper, some thyme, rosemary, and a little ginger, a few other things that I like, and I'm just gonna sprinkle that on the fish. Get a Nice coating on there. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. Man, well, next time you head out on the ice or out in our Berkshire outdoors, bring along a frying pan, a little grill, cook up your catch. Thanks for watching today's show. Next time I see you, I hope it's in our wild and beautiful Berkshire outdoors. There's more of this trout here. Man, that's good.